welcome to the show, viewers. I'm your host, Molo Collins, and on today's show we are going to look at the fixtures of this weekend in the English Premier League. That is the 2023-2024 season. Well, let's get right to it. And before we do that, kindly remember to view, like, subscribe, and share, and also hit that notification button so that you can be amongst the first one to be notified when we do drop a new video. Drop your comment on the comment section down below, and let's also get interactive across all social media platforms. And on Facebook, I'm at Molo Collins. Let's get the conversation going, and we'll be keeping tabs on all the matches that are going to take place this weekend. And we see our first match, which will be played today, is pitting Nottingham Forest against Sheffield United. The match which will be played at the City Ground, that is Nottingham Forest. Well, these two sides both lost their first matches, their first fixtures of the season, and we saw that Nottingham Forest went down 2-1 against Arsenal, and Sheffield on the other side also lost their match. Well, and in this fixture I don't see so much to talk about, and which give us the opportunity to move to the Saturday fixture, that is 19th of August. And we see that Fulham is facing Brentford. The match will be played at Craven Cottage, and we see that Fulham, under the tutelage of Silva, is facing Brentford. The Bees are very difficult team to play against. We saw that Fulham managed to register their first win of the season when they defeated Everton, and Brentford on the other side managed to hold Tottenham to a stalemate that was a 2-2 draw. Now let's move on to the other fixture, which is pitting Liverpool against Bournemouth, and we saw that Liverpool drew their first match against Chelsea 1-1, and Bournemouth also on the other side managed to register a draw against West Ham. And this match between Bournemouth and Liverpool will be played at Anfield, and my prediction in this match, I think that this time round that Liverpool is going to take all the 3 points in this match. Now let's move on to the other match, that is pitting Wolves United against Brighton. And Wolves, when they played at Old Trafford against Manchester United, they really gave Manchester United a run for their money, and Brighton on the other side came out victors, defeating Luton side by 4 goals to 1. This match will be played at Molineux Stadium, that is in Wolverhampton. I'm predicting a draw in this match between Wolverhampton and Brighton, and for those also who like betting, I think that this match is going to be 1.5, that is 1 and above goals. Now let's move on to the other fixture, that is pitting Spurs against Manchester United. This match will be played at Tottenham Stadium, that is in London, and this match I'm going to predict a Manchester United win, because Manchester United have a lot to prove in this match, and we see that Manchester United sometimes or somehow starts the season very slow, and as the season goes by they keep on improving. Another match which is promising fireworks will be pitting Manchester City against Newcastle United. Newcastle United under the stewardship of Eddie Howe and Tottenham, and Manchester City rather under the stewardship of the genius Pep Guardiola. This match will be played at Etihad Stadium, and we see that both teams managed to register very big wins last weekend. Manchester City winning their match by 3 goals, and also Newcastle on the other side defeating Aston Villa by a margin of 5 goals to 1. And the players that we are supposed to look out in this match for Newcastle is Isak. I remember that Isak joined Manchester City at the second half of the season last season, and he set the ground running. And the match that Newcastle played against Villa, he managed to score 2 goals. And on the other side, Manchester City is in a crisis, and Manchester City will be missing a very crucial player in the name of Kevin De Bruyne, and they've also lost the likes and the services of Mahrez. So in this match, I'm predicting a draw or a win for Newcastle United in this match. And for those also who like betting, it's going to be a very explosive match, and it's going to be a 1.5 match, that is 1 goal and above. Now let's move on to our Sunday fixture, that is the 20th of August 2023-2024 season, and we see that Aston Villa will be looking to redeem themselves against Everton, and it's a vis-a-vis situation because both teams lost their first match of the season, and this match will take place at Villa Park, that is in Birmingham. And in this match, I'm predicting a win for Aston Villa, which is under the tutelage of Unai Emery, and Everton on the other side under the tutelage of Sean Dyche. Now let's move on to London, and it's going to be a derby. It's going to be a London derby pitting West Ham under the stewardship of David Moyes against Chelsea, which is under the tutelage of Pochettino. And in this match, going by last week's results, I think that Chelsea is going to carry the day. One particular player who has really impressed me in this Chelsea side is Jackson. This is a striker, and I think that is going to give West Ham a very torrid time when these two teams manage to clash. Now let's move on to Monday. This match will be played at Selhurst Park in London, pitting Crystal Palace against Arsenal. And remember that Arsenal opened their account this season by defeating Crystal Palace by 2 goals to 1, the scorers being Bukayo Saka and Nketiah. And Crystal Palace on the other side also, they won their match last weekend by a solitary goal. One particular player that I'm going to touch on is Bukayo Saka, who scored a very marvelous goal when they played against Nottingham Forest. And on the other side, good news for Crystal Palace is that Olise has just managed to sign a new 4-year deal, and Chelsea were really thought to be on the race for this young man's signature, but somehow he has managed to stay at Selhurst Park, that is in London. Well, those have been this weekend's fixture, and let's wait and see what goes on. Let's get interactive, and feel free also to give your predictions and also your comments on the comment section area, and also across social media platforms. I've been your able host, Molo Collins. Let's do this again next time. As from us,